Today we have Beth Gary with us. Beth is the owner of Aacon Inc. If you could just give us a quick outline of what funds control is.
Okay. Funds control is a third-party administration that insurers sometimes uses for the bonding company. We are there to help monitor to make sure the contractor pays all his bills. The money will come to us instead of going directly to the contractor. So it's really a tool for the bonding company to be able to lend bond credit to the contractors that maybe have just been in bonding for the first time, or not sure the circumstances, but it's a good underwriting tool for insurers.
Maybe you can walk us through the process and some of the key pieces that a contractor would need to provide.
The first key is there's an agreement that we put in place that's between us and the contractor. So once both of those are implemented, then we send out a nice email to kind of explain funds control to the contractor, because the biggest key is we have to monitor the job and monitor the budget, making sure all the expenses are being paid and so forth. So the first key is the cost code account worksheet. That is your budget that you're going to give to us to let us know what expenses you have on the job. The last thing would be profit. Your profit is paid out on a percentage complete basis.
If you could tell me a little bit about what the benefits to the owner is and how it also could possibly help the contractor as well.
Yes. For the owner, this is a good tool to help make sure the job goes smoothly, as in we're monitoring the budget. It also helps to make sure their vendors are getting paid, because if a vendor doesn't get paid, that's then a claim against the bond, and then also the owner has to step in to make sure the job gets finished, because it can hold up a job, which obviously many owners do not want their jobs to be held up. On the contractor side, a lot of times it's a good tool of the bonding company to know they can get a job finished in the time that they were allotted. Secondly, it's also sometimes if you don't have perfect financial statements, this is also another good tool, because then the bonding company realizes there's a third party making sure your bills are getting paid. So I think both of these tools are good for the contractor.
Beth's going to talk about the turnaround time and how that impacts the contractor.
I think one big key when we get phone calls about funds control is a lot of contractors are worried that we're going to sit on their money and that we're not going to turn around their money in a timely fashion, because we understand they have to pay their bills and so forth. So our biggest key at Aacon is to make sure we turn around those funds within 24 to 48 hours after we receive a check or a wire or so forth. We're then processing that draw, hopefully within that time frame. So they are then being able to pass out their checks to their vendors or be able to make their payroll that they might need to make.
Beth is going to give us some information on the recap sheet.
Yeah, the recap sheet is a very important part of our draw processing. It's a recap that we show exactly where the contractor is, where he's at in the job. It gives you exactly how much we've received in funds to date. It shows exactly how much cost we've paid out and how much profit you have also received. It also shows you a percentage complete of how we're paying out your profit, which is on a percentage complete on a cost to profit. That recap, I feel like, is a great tool for the contractor to kind of know exactly where he is at in the job.
Excellent, Beth. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate all the information that you shared on funds control.